If you already done the therapy, read the books, or done the inner work and you still feel it, that thing that happened years ago, still living in your chest, still showing up in your relationships, in the way you flinch, in the way you pull back just when someone gets close enough to really matter, then this masterclass is for you. I've sat across from hundreds of people who spent years trying to heal, and almost every single one of them said some version of the same thing. Robert, I know it's in the past. I know I should be over it, but it doesn't feel like the past. And they were right. It doesn't feel like the past because for them, it isn't. And after years of working with people on this specific pattern, I can tell you, most people are solving the wrong problem. In this masterclass, I'm going to show you exactly where the wound actually lives, why your mind keeps going back to it even when you desperately wish it wouldn't, and the insight that finally makes it possible to set it down. Also, at the end of this masterclass, I'll give you a coupon code for a complete online course that's most relevant to this masterclass as my gift to you. And to give you a sense of what's possible here, I'm going to show you throughout this masterclass some real moments recorded live during my events. People who came in carrying something heavy, something old, something they've been dragging for years. And by the end of a single session with me, you'll see it lift. Not performance, not relief, but actual freedom from it. Now, I'm not asking you to believe that right now. All I'm saying is, once you understand what I'm about to show you, you'll see exactly why it's possible. Because here's what I want you to hear early. The wound doesn't live in the past. It never did. It lives in thought happening right now. Ponder on that for a bit. The wound lives in thought that's happening in the now. And that's not a frightening idea. That is the most liberating thing I know, as such an important insight could mean the difference between still carrying it versus being finally free. I want to tell you about a conversation I had. A young woman, I'll call her Kate, who sat across from me and said something I've heard in different words hundreds of times. She said, "Robert, I know it happened years ago. I know I should be over it, but I'm not." She had done the therapy, she had read the books, she had the journals, she had the workshops under her belt, and still, every morning, the weight of what happened to her when she was 15 was right there, in the room, in her chest, in the slight flinch when someone raised their voice, in the way she couldn't fully trust anyone who got too close. She looked at me and asked the question that I think is the most important question a person with all pain can ask. "Robert, where does it actually live?" And I want to sit with you today inside that question, because the answer, when you really understand it, changes everything. Not just intellectually, not in a, "oh, that's interesting" kind of way, in the kind of way that makes people cry with relief, in a kind of way that makes a weight you've been carrying for years quietly set itself down. This masterclass is called "The Wound That Moves With You." Why your past keeps showing up in your present, and what to do about it. And by the time we are done today, I hope you'll understand something that took me a long time to really get. The wound doesn't live in the past. It never did. Here's a metaphor I want to offer you. Imagine you went on a trip when you were younger, a difficult trip. Something happened on the trip that you didn't ask for and couldn't control. And when you came home, you packed everything that happened into a suitcase. The memories, the feelings, the beliefs it created about yourself and other people, and you zipped it up. Now, here's the strange part. That was then. You came home, the trip ended, but you're still carrying the suitcase. everywhere you go, into every relationship, into every conversation, into every moment when something, a word, a look, a tone of voice, rhymes even slightly with what was in that original trip. And you keep opening the suitcase, not because you want to, not because it feels good, but because something in the present moment triggers you, and almost automatically the suitcase opens. And suddenly, you're not here. You're back there, fully, in your body, in your nervous system, in your gut. It doesn't feel like a memory, it feels like now. Now that's not weakness. That's not a sign that you're broken. That's not proof that you'll never heal. That's just how the brain works. And once you understand how it works, something very important becomes possible. You can stop carrying the suitcase, not by suppressing what's inside it, not by pretending the trip didn't happen, but by understanding something so simple, it almost sounds too easy. The suitcase is only heavy when you're holding it. Now, here's a story you've been told. Most of us have been taught a very specific story about trauma. The story goes something like this. Something bad happened and the experience left a mark, a wound. And that wound is stored somewhere inside you, in your body, in your nervous system, in the cells themselves. And in order to heal, you have to go back. You have to dig it out. You have to revisit the memory, re-experience the emotion, process it properly. And only then, after enough digging, will you finally be free. Now, here's what I want to say about that story. There's something true in it. And there's something in it that, for some people, keeps them stuck. What's true is this. Yes, painful experiences shape us. Yes, they influence the lens through which we see the world. Yes, the body holds responses that were formed in times of genuine danger. All of that is real. But here's the part I want to gently challenge. The idea that the wound is stored somewhere inside you, waiting to be dug out, that idea can sometimes keep you endlessly excavating, going back and back and back, retelling the story, re-experiencing the feeling, searching for the root that will finally explain everything. And the searching itself can keep the wound alive, not because the past isn't real, but because of something extraordinary about how the human mind works, something that most people never get told. Here's a discovery that changes everything. Sit with it for a bit. Are you ready? The past cannot hurt you. Not because it wasn't painful, not because it didn't happen, but because the past is over. It is, by definition, not here, now. I know what your mind just did. It said, but I can feel it right now. That's not over. That's present. And you are right. What you feel is absolutely present. But here's the crucial question. What is creating that feeling right now? It's not the past. It can't be. The past isn't here. What is alive and active and creating that tight feeling in your chest, that familiar weight in your stomach, the low hum of anxiety you come to think of as just how you are. What's creating that is thought. Present moment thought. Thought happening right now. This is the discovery that changes everything. Your trauma is not a storage problem. It's a thinking problem. Not in the sense that you are doing something wrong. Not in the sense that you need to think more positively or any of that. But in the most precise, neurological, genuinely liberating sense. The only thing that can bring the past into the present, the only mechanism through which an event that is over continues to feel real, is thought. And thought happens now. Think about this with me for a moment. Right now, can you feel the most painful moment of your childhood? If you want to, you can. You can bring it to mind, recall the details, feel the feeling come alive. But notice, you had to think about it first. Something had to call it up. You had to, in some sense, go there. Now, think about your favorite food. Notice how the thought of the food, just the thought, might start a mild version of the sensation of wanting it. The thought of something delicious doesn't produce nothing. It produces a physical response. Your brain doesn't distinguish cleanly between a vivid memory and a present experience. The same neural circuits fire, the same stress hormones release, the same physical sensations arise. Whether the tiger is in front of you or you're lying in bed at 3 a.m. thinking about the tiger, which means every time you revisit the memory of what happened to you, really, fully revisit it and in all its detail and feeling, your body experiences it again. Not the original event, but a very convincing rerun. And that rerun has physical consequences, real ones. This is not about whether what happened to you was real. It was real. It was significant. I'm not minimizing that, not even for a second. But the suffering that continues, the weight of it in your daily life, in your relationships, in your sense of who you are, that suffering is being generated right now by thinking happening right now. And that is actually incredibly good news. Because while you can't change the past, you have a relationship with your present thinking. Now, why the mind keeps going back? Here's where most people get confused. If it's thought that keeps trauma alive, if it's the revisiting that recreates the experience, then why do we keep doing it? Who in their right mind would keep opening a wound? The answer is your mind thinks it's protecting you. This is so important to understand. Your nervous system does not keep replaying painful memories to torture you. It keeps replaying them because, at a very deep level, it's trying to solve something. Think of it as a computer with an unresolved error. The error keeps running in the background, taking up memory, slowing everything else down, not because the computer is broken, but because it's still trying to complete a process that got interrupted. When something overwhelming happens, something your nervous system couldn't fully process at the time because it was too much, too fast, too threatening, it doesn't get filed away neatly. It gets flagged as unfinished, as still potentially dangerous, as something that needs to be watched. And so your brilliant, loyal, fiercely protective nervous system keeps surfacing it. Is this resolved yet? Are we safe now? Do we understand what happened? Can we prevent this from happening again? The replay isn't the problem. The replay is the attempt at a solution. The problem is that the solution it's looking for doesn't exist in the replay because the event is over. You can't resolve it by re-experiencing it. The resolution has to happen somewhere else. And that somewhere else, this is the beautiful part, is in the present, in the thinking that is happening right now, in the understanding that can arrive now, in the new story that can form now. Here's another thing worth sitting with. The word trauma is powerful, and like all powerful words, it can both help and harm. It helps because it gives language to something real. It helps people understand that what they experienced was genuinely significant. It helps them stop blaming themselves for struggling. It validates the experience. That matters. But sometimes the word becomes more than a description. It becomes an identity. I am a traumatized person. My trauma does this. My trauma is triggered by that. And when that happens, when trauma moves from something that happened to you into something that you are, it can solidify the very thing that you're trying to dissolve, because identities are self-fulfilling. If I believe I'm fundamentally, constitutionally, irreversibly a traumatized person, then every difficult feeling confirms it. Every reaction becomes evidence. Every setback is proof. I'm not saying trauma isn't real, but I'm gently asking, is there a version of you that exists before the label, before the story? Is there a part of you that was here before anything painful happened? In every person I've ever sat with, and I've sat with a lot of people who have been through genuinely devastating things, there is something underneath the story that is completely intact, completely whole, not wounded, not broken, not in need of repair, just present, aware, alive. That part of you cannot be traumatized because it's not made of experience. It's the one who has the experiences. It was there before the painful things happened. It was there while they were happening. It is here, right now. And when you find your way back to it, even briefly, the weight lifts. Not because the past changed, but because you stopped being inside the story about the past. So remember this core truth: you are not broken. You are the one who is aware of all of this. Now, I want to acknowledge something here because I can already hear a question forming. Robert, what about the body? What about the physical sensations? The flinching, the tightening, the reactions that happen before I've even had a conscious thought? Fair question. And it's an important one because trauma does show up in the body. The nervous system does learn patterns. The body does develop responses that were formed in moments of real danger and don't automatically update when the danger passes. But here's what I want to offer. Even the body's response, even that pre-verbal, pre-conscious, purely physical sensation of threat is being maintained by something. It's being maintained by a story your body has learned. This is dangerous. People like that are dangerous. Situations like this are dangerous. A story that was written in pain and has never been revised. And stories can be revised, not by arguing with the body, not by forcing it to calm down, but by introducing new information, new experience, new meaning. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It learned those responses for very good reasons. It was protecting you, and it will update. It does update when it receives consistent, felt, embodied evidence that the old story is no longer the only story available. And that updating process, that's what healing actually is. Not the excavation of buried wounds, but the gradual, gentle, sometimes sudden experience of, oh, that was then, this is now, and now is different. Let me give you something very practical to notice. Most of the time, when people feel what they call old trauma, they are not actually experiencing the original event. They're experiencing a story about the original event, a present tense story told by their mind right now. The story might sound like, what happened to me means I'm not safe. What happened to me means I'm not worthy of love. What happened to me means I can't trust anyone. What happened to me means there's something wrong with me. Notice, those are not descriptions of the past. They're beliefs about the present and future. They are conclusions drawn from the past and applied to now. And here's the thing about conclusions. They're not facts. They're thoughts. Thoughts that feel like facts because they've been thought so many times with such intensity for so long that they became automatic. But a thought that runs automatically is still a thought, and a thought can be seen. And once a thought can be seen, really seen, with curiosity rather than with fear, then it loses something. It loses its invisibility. It loses its power to feel like the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Try this for a second. Think of the most persistent, painful belief you carry about yourself. The one that seems to come directly from what happened to you. Now, very gently ask yourself, is that a fact? Or is that a thought? Not to dismiss it, not to argue with it, but just to notice. This is a thought I'm having right now. It feels very convincing. It has a lot of evidence behind it, but it is fundamentally a thought. And thoughts are not reality. They're descriptions of reality, and descriptions can be rewritten. His distinction, I think, is one of the most important things I can offer you today. There's a difference between processing the past and recycling the past. Processing looks like this. You look at what happened. You allow yourself to feel the feeling that was associated with it. You give it space, attention, compassion. And then, and this is the crucial part, something moves. The feeling shifts. New understanding arrives. A weight that was there before is a little lighter now. Recycling looks like this. You return to the memory. You re-experience the feeling. You re-examine the story. You feel the pain again, and nothing moves. The weight stays exactly the same. Maybe you feel temporarily relieved from having expressed it, but the next day, the same weight is back, and you go again. If you've been in the second pattern, you know exactly what I mean. And you probably also know the exhaustion of it. The sense that healing is endless work, that there will always be more to process. But here's what I gently suggest. When the same thing keeps coming up, it's not always because you haven't gone deep enough. Sometimes it's because you keep going back to the well of the story. And the more you drink from that well, the more you confirm to your nervous system that the water is real, that the threat is still present, that the past is still alive and dangerous. Real processing, genuine, lasting, liberating processing happens when something shifts in the thinking, when the meaning changes, when the story updates, when you're able to stand in a different relationship to what happened, not denying it, not suppressing it, but no longer inside it. You know that you're not your history and you're not what happened to you, don't you? And I don't mean that as a motivational poster. I mean it in a very literal, very precise sense. What happened to you is an event that occurred in the past. It influenced how your nervous system learned to respond. It shaped some of the stories you formed about yourself and the world. It had real effects. But you, the actual you, are not made of those events. You're the awareness in which those events occurred. And the awareness is not damaged by what it witnesses. Think of a screen at a cinema. All kinds of films can be shown on it. Horror films, tragedies, scenes of genuine violence and pain. And the screen shows all of it. But the screen is not changed by what's shown on it. The moment the film ends, the screen is clean. Not because the films weren't real, but because the screen is not the content. You are the screen, not the film. The events played out on you. The stories were projected onto you. But you, the real you, the one that's aware of all of this right now, are not the story. You never were. And here's what's extraordinary about this. You don't have to achieve this understanding. In this very moment, you can notice, I'm aware of my thoughts about the past. I'm not those thoughts. There's something here that is doing the noticing. That something is me. And that something is fine. Now let's talk about the 5 things that keep the trauma alive. In my years of working with people on this, and in my own personal experience with it, I've noticed 5 things that consistently keep old pain alive. Not because people want them to, but because these patterns are so normal, so culturally approved, that most people don't even notice they're the ones doing them. The first is retelling. Every time you tell the story of what happened to you with the same emotional charge, from the same position of victim, you reinforce the neural pathway. There's a difference between sharing your experience in a way that moves towards integration and reciting the story in a way that keeps you inside it. Start to notice which one you're doing. The second is self-definition. When you say, I'm traumatized, as a present tense identity, not I experienced something traumatic, but I am a traumatized person, you build a cage around yourself made of the past. You make the event permanent. You make the response inevitable. And you close off the possibility that you are also something else, something more, something prior. The third is evidence gathering. Once your mind accepts I am not safe or I'm not worthy as truth, it becomes a scientist working to prove its hypothesis. Every interaction that confirms the belief gets amplified. Every interaction that contradicts it gets dismissed. The mind is exquisitely good at finding evidence for what it already believes. Notice when you're doing this. The fourth is body neglect. The nervous system updates through the body, not just through insight, not just through talking, through breath, through movement, through felt experience of safety. People who are working to resolve all pain often live almost entirely in their heads, endlessly analyzing, processing, understanding, while the body remains in a constant low-grade state of activation. The body needs to learn safety too, not just the mind. The fifth is timeline confusion. This is the most subtle and perhaps the most important. Timeline confusion is when the past and the present get mixed up. When a present-day person, your current partner, your boss, your friend, gets experienced as if they are someone from your past. When the suitcase opens and you're back on the old trip. The healing happens here, in learning to tell the difference, in saying, with your whole nervous system, not just your intellect, that was then, this is now. Here's what becomes possible. I want to paint you a picture of what's on the other side of this. Not because I want to sell you a destination, but because sometimes when you've been carrying something for a long time, you genuinely can't imagine what it would feel like without it. Imagine waking up without the weight. Not because everything in your life is perfect, not because the hard things didn't happen, but because you're not holding the past into the morning with you. The day is just a day, fresh, open. Imagine being in a conversation with somebody and being fully there, not scanning for signs of the old threat, not waiting for the moment they let you down in the familiar way. Just here, curious, open, present with who they actually are rather than who they remind you of. Imagine the first time someone raises their voice near you and your nervous system registers this information rather than danger. Not because you've suppressed the response, but because the map has been updated, because your body has learned through real experience that it's safe. None of this requires you to pretend the past didn't happen. It requires something far more interesting. It requires you to stop living there. And as you take that to heart, when it comes to doing this work, I want to make sure you know this understanding that trauma is sustained by present thinking and not locked in the past. This is not a shortcut. It doesn't mean healing is instant. It doesn't mean you just think your way out overnight. What it does mean is that you are working on the right thing. Instead of digging endlessly in the past, instead of rehearsing the story over and over, instead of waiting for some final release that never quite comes, You are working with the thing that is actually generating the experience. Your present moment thinking. Your nervous system, present moment state. The story you're holding right now about who you are and what the world is like and whether you are safe. That work is real, and it's the most important work you can do, not just for yourself, for everyone around you. Because every relationship you have is filtered through those stories. Every moment of your life is colored by whether you're free or whether you are carrying the old weight. And you deserve to put it down. Not someday, not after enough therapy, not once you finally understood everything. Now. Okay, before we close, I want to leave you with an image. Imagine a river. The river is flowing. That's what rivers do. They flow. Now, imagine someone standing in the river holding a bucket of water from 3 years ago, refusing to let it go, convinced that this bucket is essential, that without it, they won't understand where they came from, that they owe something to this particular water. Meanwhile, the river is right there, fresh, flowing, beautiful. You can't step into the river while you're holding the old bucket. You can honor the bucket. You can acknowledge it. You can even be grateful for what it taught you about water. But at some point, if you want to swim, if you want the aliveness of moving water rather than the safety of the still, you have to let it go. Not because the old water wasn't real, not because what it carried wasn't significant, but because the river is here and you are here, and there is so much more water ahead. If what you learned today has landed somewhere real inside you, if some part of you recognized something, felt a small release, or simply thought, yes, this is what I've been sensing but couldn't name, I want to invite you to take the next step. Not in a book, not alone in your room with your journal, but in a room, real or virtual, with other people who are doing the same work, in a process that's specifically designed to move this from intellectual understanding into lived, felt, embodied transformation. What we do together in the 5 days RS Method experience is exactly this. We take the understanding you've begun today and we bring it into the body. We work with the actual patterns, not talking about them from a safe distance, but meeting them in real time. We create a kind of new, repeated, felt experiences that your nervous system needs to update its maps, to write a new story, to genuinely, durably move on. 5 days, not to fix you, because you're not broken, but to remind you at the deepest possible level of what was always true. You are not what happened to you. You are the one who it happened to. And the one it happened to is whole. If this speaks to you, if something in you says, yes, this is what you do next, I'd love for you to reach out. Ask us about the next RS Method experience. Tell us where you are. Tell us what you're carrying. And let's explore together what becomes possible when you finally, truly put it down. Because you've carried it long enough. And the river is right here. Until next time, and I genuinely mean this, I'm looking forward to what is about to happen inside you. Because understanding is just the beginning. Also, what follows this masterclass edition is my signature guided session. Not a relaxation track, something way more precise than that. We're going to take everything you've begun to see today and bring it somewhere it can actually do its work. Into the body, the breath, and the quiet intelligence that was there long before the wound arrived and will be there long after it's gone. Put your headphones on, find a space where you won't be interrupted, and access this potent session for free, which is normally $300, but you can have it for free if you use the coupon code that I made just for this masterclass, WOUND26, and the price will change to $0. Just find the link in the description below this video. It's my wholehearted gift to you as a reward for watching this masterclass this far. And before you go, one more thing I want to show you. I've also included here something I never brought into the public conversation before. Real moments recorded live inside my events. People who arrived carrying exactly what you may be carrying right now. Something old, something heavy, something they had privately started to believe they would just have to learn to live with. And within a single session, in a room full of people, you'll watch the burden shift. Not performance, not a good day. Something you'll recognize in your own body as real. And I'm not asking you to believe that right now. What I'm saying is this: once you deeply understand what this masterclass has shown you, you'll stop being surprised by it. You'll see exactly why it's possible, and you'll see it happening in real time on real faces. I'll show you some footage from years ago and some more recent ones so that you can see that when you speak the language of the mind, when you know how to give to the nervous system what it needed, change is not only possible, but instant and lasting. So stay on and watch the live moments that follow while I leave you with everything I've got. This was Robert. The river is right here. Simic.
I hated myself.
I hated myself.
Yeah. No reason for being alive at that time.
And now?
And now I deserve to be alive and to live a good life. All my family passed away.
Your whole family passed away?
Except for my sister.
Okay.
Thanks to God.
Bless her. So out of your entire past, which one memory is the most charging one, negative one?
When I decided to kill myself after my grandmother's death, the picture, while I was handling the knife and trying to cut my arm, this picture is in front of me.
So out of all the memories you have in your database, picture of you cutting yourself, trying to kill yourself, is really charging you?
Yeah.
Which emotion?
Sadness, angry.
Okay, cool. Is this also appropriate for our session? Yeah. Okay, help me pick one, come on. So it's not like, oh, I picked somebody. Oh, we picked this one. You humans, like, give me the most turbulent one. Okay, thank you, come, let's do this. You want to do this? Let's start from the beginning. So I said, close your eyes and feel yourself in this present moment as much as possible. Like right now, you know we are on the stage, yes? How do you know that? You're beside me. What else? Tell me. What else are you aware of? Being here in this present moment on the stage, how do you know you're here? You have eyes closed, so how do you know you're here?
I want to be okay.
You want to be okay, that's nice. But how do you know you're here in the now? How do you know? Are you here in the now? How do you know that?
I listen to
You hear my voice, you listen to me, great, what else? If you breathe, do you feel air coming in your body? And can you feel the ground beneath your feet? So you know that you're here in the now. Okay? Now, remember that traumatic memory. You know, the one you mentioned earlier on. There was knife, cutting, that memory. Just remember it. Let it play in your mind and feel whatever comes up. Are the feelings? Good. As you think about that, do you have a picture? Picture's already there, yes? Okay. Is it still or a movie? Still. Keep it still, keep it frozen in time like that. All right? And then I want you to use your dominant arm and point your index finger right into the center of that image. And then go all the way and pierce right through it. Make a little hole, you know, with your finger inside of that picture. Just pierce it, just the picture. Pierce it in a way that if you move your arm in any direction, the picture goes with it, yeah? You got that? This is the idea. Picture is still image, and you are in control now of where it goes. That's all we wanted to establish, all right? So now, I'd like you to spin that image 3.5 times around your body, counterclockwise, meaning, towards your left. So whenever you are ready, take that image and spin it around your body. I'll help you. Just spin around your body 3.5 times. I'll guide you. There you go. Just spin it. Make sure the picture is there. You're spinning the image. Let the motions do whatever they do. You're just in charge of the image. That was 1 circle. So go 3.5. That's right. Just keep spinning it. Keep breathing. That's 2. Let's make 3.5. Just keep spinning it. That's right. That's 3. 1 more half. You're doing great. A bit more, bit more, bit more. And then you can stop. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower your arm, open your eyes, and come back into the now. You're back in the now. By my side on the stage, yes? And you know that.
Yes.
How do you know that? It's like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, what's different now? I can use the mic now, though. Otherwise, what's different now? Thanks, Jumeirah. That's right. Keep breathing and tell me what's different.
I think that this image was deleted from the whole movie. And this is the worst picture, or the worst moment I live at that time.
Okay, I'll pretend I understood what you said. Because, you were using your words and I'm trying to follow. So, I don't think we deleted any images.
Anna, I felt...
Picture is there, right?
Yeah.
But what's deleted? What's different? What disappeared? What happened with emotion?
The worst thing that I don't want to live.
Just bring it a bit closer to your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
The worst moment is that I don't want to live. I want to die. And this picture is always in my mind.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the picture I chose is when I was sitting on the floor and putting the knife on my arm.
Okay.
This is the picture.
So we didn't delete the picture. Memory is still there. She can vividly remember the memory, yes? And earlier on, when you thought of that image, there was sadness and stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's different now?
I feel that this picture is deleted or removed from the whole story. This is what I feel now.
Halas.
Khalas. Yes. Yes.
I don't know what you can see from all the way there. I don't know what you saw earlier on. This was a very charged memory. You picked her. You know it was me, right? I'm not going to say she's in disbelief, but she seems very, like, is this real? That's a mind read on my part. Are you happy we did this?
Yeah.
Why?
I hate myself.
You what?
I hated myself.
I hated myself.
Yeah. No reason for being alive at that time.
And now?
And now I deserve to be alive and to live a good life. I think so.
And then they tell me you're expensive. What is this worth? By the way, are we done? She said she has a whole host of memories and stuff. I'm not even going to inquire and test. I'm happy that whatever was bothering you, you seem rather free from that. Is that true?
Yes.
And you're happy we did this?
Yes.
Would you recommend anyone else doing this?
All of people, the people all of the world.
Can you imagine I don't know. You good?
Yes.
Okay,
Very
because
good.
I don't think they want to watch us, they want to do that themselves, you know? Oh, hug, yes.
Again, maybe typical problem, but I keep reinforcing same memory from my childhood of emotional neglect in my romantic relationships.
Okay. Keep reading. Wait. Is it a specific memory, something happened, and when you recall it, it hurts?
Yeah, it's the last partner, and it has nothing to do with partner, it's all to do with me.
Okay, now we're doing analysis also. Guys, you can see the emotion, yes? I could go and inquire to get more clarity, and I think I need some, but not at the cost of torturing her now. You
I
can
definitely
talk?
can talk. I've been
For a moment
talking
you sounded
for
like
months.
you couldn't talk.
Yeah, I've been talking for months about that. That doesn't solve.
And it didn't help yet?
Not talking.
Okay, so tell me quickly, I don't need real details, but I just want to know that you can do this. Which memory specifically, when you think of it, does this emotion?
Like being rejected in like
And that
by
happened.
that person.
And that happened in past
Yeah.
memory.
Yes, just this year.
And that feels this way, yeah?
Yeah, every time I think there's massive stuff in my stomach.
When you think that memory, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, perfect example, thank you. So the past memory that's painful right now is which one? The one you just described?
All of it, I just want to
See, I need you to think of one memory from the past if you're going to do this.
Okay.
Because for all of it, I have different processes. For one thing, one memory you said earlier.
Like, no, even that person who did not even tell to myself had to say it to other person. Like, I felt very humiliated.
Okay, so what happened? Give me the details of that memory, just a little bit. Which memory do you need to recall that creates this emotion?
I'm standing in a mall and his friend calling and saying, stop being doormat and just someone doesn't want to be with you, and I keep trying to be with this person.
So he dumped you through somebody who told you this?
Yes.
Okay, and when you remember that, it hurts.
Yes. It's a lot.
Which emotion is that?
What?
Which emotion is that?
It's just, it's a lot of stuff in my stomach.
No name for the emotion?
Humiliation and like a lot of pain.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
I just want to stop
You
being
want to release
humiliated.
this?
I want to stop being humiliated.
Is it okay for your unconscious mind for you to release this pain now, for you to be aware of your conscious? Okay, let's do this. So, one more time, think of that memory again. Let the emotions do whatever they do. And as soon as you access that, tell me, do you have a picture? Back in the now. Take a moment and tell me what's different now.
The first thought came to my mind, thanks God it happened.
Thank God it happened.
Yeah, because I know that's the right thing. That was my gift from God. Now I'm more grateful than more sad.
Hold it thought. Have you ever had what we call blessing in disguise?
Yes.
When do we call those events blessing in disguise? Something happened in life, some hardship, something that we perceived as negative. We were pretending it's the horrible, worst thing that can happen. And then often, weeks, months, years later sometimes, we become aware of, oh my God, but I'm here because of that thing back then, which I thought was bad. And now that negativity and charge turns into gratitude. So we call it blessing in disguise. Are you familiar with the concept? To me, that's what she's describing now.
The difference was, but I always knew that on conscious level, but I never felt that. Yeah.
And now you feel what?
I feel it more. I definitely feel it more. Yeah. Makes me feel free.
My husband cheated on me. I cannot forget about it.
Alright, so when you think about this, do you have a picture?
Yeah.
Wait, before we start, is it okay with your unconscious mind to release this emotion today for you to be very conscious?
Yes.
Will you be okay?
Yeah.
Alright, then let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, so when you think about this, do you have a picture?
Yeah.
Alright, can you point with your right arm to the picture?
It's there.
Alright, and I'd like you to have your index finger
glued to the center of the image. So just point right to the center of that image. Back to normal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's different now?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know it. The picture was here and then suddenly disappeared. And then it's gone.
All right.
Yeah, it was gone.
Okay, so how do you feel? What's different now?
I'm a bit scared of this feeling.
It's scared of this feeling.
Freaking me out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take another deep breath just to... Because guys, I skipped a step. What I normally do, I just didn't feel it's really needed for her. What I do normally, I ground my client into the present moment, into the now. I'll give that step. Alright? And then when we come back, I get him back fully present. So she is all there. Alright?
Yeah.
So, what else would that change?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
So what's different now?
Well, differently, that I was there all over and seeing it happen and I saw it and it's bugging me all the time. And I don't remember it anymore.
Do you remember anything less? Because you have a memory, don't you? You know exactly what we're talking about, right? There's a
I
memory.
know,
But what's different?
the feeling is not there. I don't feel anything about it.
Is that okay?
For now, yeah.
What does it allow you to do?
To think about something more important and don't keep this thing in my head because it was always back in my head and then jump in the front and get angry and then try to forget about it, but it was there.
Alright, now what is different now? What can you do now that you couldn't before?
Just accept it, having it, forget about it. Just how you cannot change anything about it anymore.
What can change is what you do from here onwards, right? But now you can think for yourself. Previously you weren't very resourceful to do the machine. Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright? So you're good now?
Yeah, something made up.
Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, close your eyes. That's right, very good. And I want you to tell me, do you have any ways of knowing that you are now here by my side in this present moment?
Yes,
How do you know that?
I am in Hilton Hotel.
Hilton Hotel, okay.
Yeah, in a room called Fairuz.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, but you know that, yeah?
Yeah,
But how do you know you're here right now?
I have Robert next to me. I hear his voice and mine.
All right, you're hearing my voice even when I'm not around, though, I
I
think.
have a beautiful one in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's pictures like that in your mind?
yeah,
Any sounds, any feelings, any thoughts?
yeah, warm feeling.
Okay, so you have a way of knowing when you're in the now. Right?
Yeah,
Now. Moment ago you told me you have some negative charge about some past memory. A specific past memory.
yes,
When you think about that, do you have a picture?
yes,
Is the picture a movie or a still?
it's still.
It's still. Great. So keep it still. You know, sometimes I say frozen in time. Just keep it still throughout this process. All right? Focus on that image and then use your dominant arm and use your index finger and point right into the middle of this image and then pierce right through it in the center. Yes? Now that it's pierced, you do know what that implies. If you were to move your arm in any direction, the image would go wherever your hand goes, yes?
Yeah.
Very good. Malik, what's different now?
I'm lighter.
You're lighter?
Yeah. Even more happier.
Even more happier, oh yeah? What's different though?
I have the picture.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a picture.
Translation? We didn't delete the memory. Memory is still there. She has the picture. But what's different?
It's a picture like other picture.
What happened with emotions?
They said it's done now. It's enough.
Who said it?
The emotion. They said thank you. Bye.
That's it?
Done. Yeah. Contract is done.
100%?
Yes.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what you're witnessing or how this looks in your head. What just happened? A human being carrying, I don't know what you saw, I saw plenty. Carrying really serious, something so big or serious she doesn't even want to tell us, and we're like family here, she doesn't want to tell us the content. Do you guys know? I don't know, I don't need to know still. The idea is that was very real for her moments ago. I don't know how many years she's carrying this. I don't have an idea how long she's been conscious of it or not. But I just spent 2 minutes with her. Unlike timeline, I can do this in an elevator, it's a bit small, but I can do this in the mall. I can do this in any remotely quiet environment where we have this space to do. I've done it on the beach. I've done it on a walkway. I've done it in all sorts of places. It's a freaking pleasure and a gift to mankind, if you ask me. It changes everything in 2 minutes.
There was an event in my life that shifted me big time. It made me really weak and frustrated and downright it's fallen my face flat.
All right, so you think about that event, right? What do you feel now?
I just don't understand why it happened, and it really makes me feel guilty. It's really awful. I mean, I can't even understand why. There's like this bubble in my tummy that goes to my heart, and it just pops.
So what feelings are you feeling? Now you said guilty.
Guilty. I feel I've lacked. I'm just so low. I don't deserve this. And why has this happened? Because it's making me question myself, of my existence, of what I've done in the past, results to this.
So there's some heavy feelings.
It is heavy.
All right. Will it be okay in your unconscious mind for you to resolve this today, for you to be a very conscious?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right. All right, so what's different?
I'm seeing the picture.
What happened?
It's just sitting there. As it should be.
As it should be.
As it should be.
All right, what happened in the emotion?
It's gone again.
Thank you. What happened?
Now I'm seeing myself again in that situation, and it seemed not as, well, not at all now affecting me. Do I look affected again? No. All right. Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Love you.
See you again.
Thank you.
You again. How can I help?
You know what? I would like to forget this event.
Of course. Forget about that idea and tell me what the problem is.
I did something that I shouldn't have.
All right. And what the problem is?
I cannot live normally without thinking about it.
And what happens when you think about it? What is this feeling? What's happening?
Pain, sadness, regret, cannot recognize myself.
All right. Will you tell your unconscious mind for you to resolve this issue today and for you to be aware of conscious?
Yes.
Will that be good?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. Join the direction. All right. So take a deep breath and just close your eyes. All right, so what's different?
I feel much lighter.
Much lighter.
And as if really I was forgetting. And when I was turning around, the image was disappearing, coming back, disappearing, disappearing, disappearing. I think I will be able not to think anymore about it.
All right, but if you think about it, are you free from it in terms of emotions and things?
Now?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, yes.
Is that what you wanted?
Absolutely.
And when you think about the future, any amount of time in the future, and you just think about this again, what happens?
It's part of my life.
Yeah. How about a year from now? Just think about it. Something reminds you. What happens?
Well, maybe still small regrets, but no, part of my life.
Yeah. What emotion are you feeling?
Calmness.
Calmness.
Mm.
So you good now? Is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
All right, guys, give her a hand.
Instead of breakdown, let's do break dance. It's like a dance. Okay, serious. Now take a moment and feel yourself present in this moment. Being present in your body, in this present moment, by my side, in this room. You're here, yeah? How do you know that? How do you know that you're here in the now?
Listening to your voice right next to you.
Listening to your voice right next to you.
I know that the whole group is in front of me.
All right.
I know where we are. I know what time it is.
Good. So you're very capable of knowing the difference when you're actually in the now. Yes? Very good. Now, a moment ago, you told me you have some past memory that's still negatively charged.
Yes.
That you'd like to release, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So think of that memory and tell me while thinking of it, do you have a picture?
Yes.
Is the picture a movie or a still? It's still, right? Keep it still, keep it frozen like that in time, keep it still, all right? And then use your dominant arm, use your index finger and just point right into the center of that image and then pierce right through it in such a way that if you were to move your arm in any direction, the picture would go with you, with your arm. Tell me when you have that.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
All right. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower your arm, open your eyes and come back to me into the now. We are back in this room, yes?
Yes.
Fully back in the room. Okay, come to me. What's different now?
I still have the picture.
Good. Where's the mic though? Thank you. See, they don't have to bark. They say, wow. I'm sorry. It's getting late.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I still have the picture. It's because you're next to me. But I don't feel charged. I was sweating so much sitting there, like just bringing back the memory.